This is the Ottawa Senators Outlook. Here is your host, Jack Henry.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Ottawa Senators Outlook. I'm your host, Jack. This is my recap reaction to the Avalanche game, so let's get right to it. So the Senators lose their second in a row, and they lose 5-4 to the Colorado Avalanche, so let's get right to it. With literally 8 seconds left in the first period, Nikolai Kovalenko scores to make it 1-0 Colorado. And literally with 18 seconds left in the second period, Josh Manson scores to make it 2-0 Avalanche. So after 40 minutes, it is 2-0. And then this is where all the scoring really happens. So Brady Tkachuk scores his fourth to make it a 1-goal game. And then the Sens actually tie it, and Nick Cousins with his first for the Senators. And then Logan O'Connor scores and Ross Colton. The Avalanche regain their 2-goal lead. And then Claude Giroux scores his fourth to make it 4-3. And then on an empty netter is Nathan MacKinnon to make it 5-3. And then garbage time Giroux scores with 10 seconds left, 5-4. There's your final score. So the goaltending matchup was actually Anton Forsberg versus Justus Union. A Union, no surprise, he's a hot hand goalie. And they also have a game against the Blackhawks today. So they're starting Georgiev. And on top of that, the Senators... And Forsberg has been pretty good for the Senators so far this season. He's on a bit of a hot streak, and Linus Ullmark didn't really get 100% from Ullmark in the Vegas game, so the coach was, I think, trying to send the message to him, even though you do want your Vezina-winning goaltender that's going to be making $8 million next year. But regardless, I'm all right with the decision. Unfortunately, the result wasn't there, and the problem is the Senators they're putting up decent efforts most games. Like, they're not rolling over and dying, unlike in the Montreal Canadiens game. That was probably the only loss where they legitimately, stunk it up. But other than that, the Senators haven't been rolling over and dying, obviously, and there's been some key moments in the game where they could have been able to get a couple saves, and maybe they won a couple games. I look at the Vegas game, and maybe even this game as an example as to something as that situation happening. But regardless, we are sitting at 4-4. Right now, we are last in the division because that whole division is really tight. Tampa Bay is second place, and they only have 10 points right now, and we're last with 8. So that's 5 teams right now with 9 points, not to mention a lot of them have played an extra game ahead of us. Regardless, it is early, but you do want to get out to a decent start because you look at the division standings right now, they are all right next to each other. You don't want to start up slow like you always do and find yourself at the bottom of the standings. So for the Senators, they need to get a win against the St. Louis Blues. I think it is a winnable game, so I would expect a win, but who knows? Like I said, St. Louis, not as good as Vegas, not as good as Colorado, so you're hoping for results in that one. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to come out with a recap for the Blues game, but I just want to give a little short prediction with this one for the Blues as well, since I'm not able to come out with a full preview video for that. But I do think the Senators have what it takes to win, especially if they're going to get some guys back like Perron, maybe even Zub as an example. And if Ullmark can be able to get 100%, because I would assume he starts, maybe the Senators come out with a win when they return home. So, again, that's just me spilling my 2 cents here, but we need a win, and I do think they could possibly get it, and they need it now more than ever as we approach November. So, comment down below your thoughts on this one for the Avalanche game. Comment down below your thoughts on what could happen in the Blues game, and I'll have a recap video coming out probably Wednesday or Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Like and subscribe, but for now, this is Jack from the Ottawa Senators Outlook, and go Sens go.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Ottawa Senators Outlook. For more of this podcast, click on the videos on the left, and subscribe by clicking on the icon on the right. Thank you.